Welcome to the show. I'm Danella, and here's what's happening now. As you can see, it is not a normal show. So sorry, this week it's audio only. Why? I am fighting this norovirus. Oh my gosh. It tried to get me down early this week. But I am stronger, but too weak, and I didn't want to cancel the show because there's still things that I want to talk about and we have to discuss. So bear with me this week. Again, it's just going to be audio only. And a shorter show as I am enjoying some water and some toast. Yeah, nice. So let's actually start with the norovirus. And we'll start in South Korea. Are you guys following this? I don't know if you're big on the Winter Olympics. It's happening. Folks are excited, except if you are security personnel there. Yeah, 1,200 security personnel sick from the norovirus. It's not just us here in the U.S. Yeah, and so here's what they had to do. They had to send 900 military personnel to come and handle the work of the civil safety personnel. Seriously, that's crazy. They're going to have to work across 20 venues until folks get better there. And hey, if you're in South Korea, let me tell you what my trick to making yourself better, whether you have food poisoning or the norovirus. I tried this. Keep in mind, I am not a doctor, but it worked for me. I took activated charcoal. Have you guys heard about this? I actually was looking it up just because I love to do natural remedies. So I was looking up just various natural remedies for whitening your teeth. Previously, I've been using coconut oil pulling. I think it does a great job. Later when I'm well, I'll talk to you more about that. We're going to focus on the activated charcoal for now because, I'm doing some research on it and I saw a couple of blogs about it and moms really swearing by just keeping it in their house when they have small children in case the child was to swallow any type of poison, they could give the activated charcoal. And if you're familiar with any type of overdose, if you watch movies or unfortunately if you know anybody that's overdosed, what they do to pump your stomach is they put charcoal in it. Well, anyway, it's a daily supplement and you can take it, and what it does, the idea of it is it draws toxins out of your body. Now, I'd heard about it. I can honestly tell you the norovirus hit me hard on Monday and I'm thinking to myself, I don't know if I can keep anything down. And I take charcoal, I take just 2 of these pills because I was having crazy abdominal pains. And within about an hour and a half, I immediately started to feel relief to the point that I can sleep. I couldn't believe it. I'm just weak, but haven't had any of the other terrible symptoms. Yes, I just have to share it. So bear with me. I'm going to make this show probably fast because I'm just still really weak from mostly water and crackers. But don't feel bad. I'm not in any pain, so that's what's great. And I wanted just to take this opportunity to say, if it's you or a friend who might have a stomach virus, food poisoning, okay, let me give you a couple heads up. Charcoal is not something you want to take every single day. Again, activated charcoal, not charcoal for your grill. But it's not something you want to take every day or with food because it will absorb your nutrients, your actual minerals and vitamins that you should be getting. Also, if you have any other illnesses, definitely talk to your doctor. Specifically, if you're taking any other medications, this could combat the effectiveness of the medication. So heads up there. But yes, it made me feel better, so much better. And I noticed myself getting so much better every day. So now I just, got to get myself strong with some vitamins and nutrients. But in the meantime, we'll start with political pop for this week. So here's what we missed while everybody was talking about memos and Senate deals. We totally missed a huge vote on abortion. Yeah, the Senate voted down a new abortion regulation. And now this plan was to ban abortions after 20 weeks of pregnancy and also threatened doctors with 5 years of jail time. Now, the measure would have provided an exception for women who require an abortion to save their lives, but it didn't offer any exemptions for the health of the mother or fetal abnormalities, both of which oftentimes can't be detected before 20 weeks. This is huge news for women and overshadowed by memos and Senate deals. And that was your political pop. Oh, and I have to talk to you about all Britons being black, right? I think all black people are kind of like, yeah, we know that the first people on earth were black. Now Britons know it too. Yeah, the scientists at the Natural History Museum, they used genetic sequencing and facial reconstruction technique to prove the first hunter and gatherers to inhabit Britain were far darker in complexion than they ever thought. I mean, take a look here. I put a picture for you. Dark skin, dark curly hair, and possibly blue eyes. They're saying this type of genetic sequencing would have been impossible 10 years ago. It's amazing. I don't know what kind of testing they're doing, but somehow they can figure out skin type because of DNA. It's amazing. And also I wanted to talk to you about folks in PR. Listen to this. People in the town of Coamo. It's high in the mountains in southern Puerto Rico. The folks there say that desperation set in. They felt like, what about us? We're human beings and enough is enough. Well, they start restoring power themselves. Yeah, I guess they're sick of waiting on FEMA. I can't blame them. The vice mayor there said this, if we don't do this, we'll be out of power until summer. So let's talk about their crew. Their crew consists of teachers, handymen, a postal worker, an accountant. So these folks were supported by municipal workers with professional equipment, tools, and experience in light electrical work. So far, they've erected more than 60 of their own posts. That's crazy. And in late January, a group of neighbors went to work. And we're talking hard labor, laying a 300-pound wooden electric post on top of 2 logs, and then maneuvering that into a freshly dug 5-foot hole. I cannot imagine. I'm so proud of them. I think this is the movement of the people where we have to go, instead of waiting on the government, work together, folks, and work for ourselves. And so far they're saying in that town, 30% of the people there still don't have power. But man, that's only 30%. And I know it's a hard 30% for the people that don't have power, but wow, what an accomplishment. So hats off to the governor. Basically, a bunch of mayors were complaining about how slow power is to their town. And so what the governor did was allow municipalities to sign an agreement with the power company to take over their own repairs. So the agreement is they can take over their own repairs as long as someone experienced is overseeing it. So in Coamo, the residents tell the vice mayor where the damaged cables and posts are. And then they use hand-drawn maps to tell them which homes have power and which homes still need it. And then the vice mayor there sends pictures and updates to the power company. So hats off to the people there, hats off to the governor, to all the mayors that are trying to restore power to their town, and power to we, the people that are on the ground there helping to rebuild power in their neighborhood. All of the professionals that are there overseeing it. And we're talking people that are working for free, sending prayers there that they remain safe and that they have the strength that they need to continue to get the job done. Yeah, so I'm so sorry for the short show. As I get lightheaded, I cannot wait to eat real food again. I'm going to wrap up the show before I pass out. Sounds crazy, but it's true. Super lightheaded. So listen, please don't forget to let me know. I'm thinking about moving the show to Thursday. Let me know if that is easier for you. And also next week, men, listen, I have something serious to talk to you about. Don't be angry. You see this guy right here? Look, real quick. I know you're listening. Take a look if you can. This guy is wearing makeup. And I'm going to talk to you about the men in South Korea that wear makeup. It's a huge thing. We're going to talk about it. And we're not talking about men that are wearing makeup to look more feminine. We're going to talk about the men that wear makeup to look like more handsome men. Supernatural. We'll talk more in depth about the phenomenon. And I want to know, is it something you consider? Don't be mad. You know I asked the tough questions. But I ain't got energy to ask it this week. So thank you so much for even just listening to this. If you know anybody, again, that's battling the norovirus or a stomach bug or any kind of food poisoning. Now, again, I'm not a doctor. I can only tell you what I have researched and what just personal for me. I really think it helps. So more than ever, thank you for joining this show, this audio show. This is really making me think about actually doing just a podcast. It'll be so much easier. But anyway, thank you so much for joining the show. I want you to have an incredible weekend. And by the grace of God, I will be energized and strong. And I will see you next week.